All right, welcome back, you guys. So I was gonna do some Night Rain today, dude, but it turns out that there was a delay on the update for Night Rain, which was supposed to be tonight, right?
I'll give you the best
So yeah, back to Dark Souls 3. Because yeah, I was gonna try out the Night Rain randomizer, and I was also gonna play the update, but it's not gonna be until tomorrow now, I think. If I saw that correct. Salmon, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Ilithera, thanks for the 4-month resub as well, dude. So yeah, we'll do some attempts of DS3 today. But the first run, like the sorcery, is going to be a no reset. With the sorcery, I just managed to get it first try. But this one, probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll do one no reset, and then start resetting after that, I guess. So yeah, we'll see what happens, dude. Surely everything is good. But yeah, I think it was due to the tsunami or there was earthquakes. I didn't hear about the whole thing, but there were some safety concerns, I think. So yeah. Got delayed. So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully everyone's okay. More important than a Night Rain update. For sure. All right. Pyrotech, Nick, Ian. Really? Okay. Yeah, so it's the first
Maybe I'll give you the
first ever Dark Sovereign's gonna be Maris apparently, which I don't know. We'll see if they somehow made that fight good or not. Because with Noster, they did not. Maybe they made the fight better, I guess, but still not great. Sleep Fest, yeah. Maybe, dude. Dioli, thanks for the 2-year Prime sub. Welcome back, dude. No, I could think of a lot of ways that they could enhance that fight, right? It leaves a lot on the table. Leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, I guess this is basically the first attempt. We're gonna do a no reset though. Just like sorcery. It's just sorcery I got first try, and I wasn't like I'm not actually intending to get the run here right now. But if I do, I guess I do. That's not like we're just doing the first run. After this is when I'm gonna start resetting. Yeah, the Tarnish, dude. I'm quite looking forward to the Tarnish edition. Quite looking forward to that. Clearly, it was fine that I drank so early. Yeah, this spell is very efficient. Shouldn't have any concerns. What's the route? That's a complicated question, but we're doing Pyromancies only. And the route is we get +6, upgrade to +9 after Cinder, or right before Cinder, after Princes. And yeah. That's pretty much it. Starfist finally dethroned in Tarnish Edition. Could you imagine, dude, that you start out with some crazy... They're adding a brand new weapon, or a couple new weapons, right? 2 new armor sets, I thought. Yeah, imagine that, dude. That'd be kind of cool. Rose, thanks for the 17-month Prime sub. Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. Oh, wow. That's interesting. We got the dummy glitch, dude. I haven't gotten this in a good probably 6-7 years, dude. I feel like, should we just continue the run? Or should I restart the game? We just continue the run with the dummy glitch on? I don't know. It's actually not too annoying, but it depends on... I think it depends on the health bar you see. Like, this is some glitch that... I don't know exactly why it happens, but every time there's a health bar visible, you get a bunch of icons. So, imagine Tarnished Edition changes the DLC to make it better. I highly doubt that would happen. Yeah, I forget what causes it to happen. But I should probably restart the game unless I want to be seeing that all the time. It'd be kind of funny to do a run with this on, though.
Well, I would have... Farewell, Ashen One.
Oh, you can change resolution? Really?
I'll give you the best.
Oh, you know what? I do kind of...
Yippee.
Okay, yeah, I guess it fixed. Well, there you go. I guess now that you say that, I do remember that that was a solution to it. Kyralia, thanks for the 2-month resub. Thanks, dude. Tarnished Edition. No, not not addition. It's like ED edition. But basically, it's, if you haven't heard of it, it's I think Elden Ring is releasing on the Switch too, and apparently it's some little update for that. You know, some new Elden Ring edition for the Switch 2, which is also coming to PC. So basically like another update, or I guess, right? I don't know exactly, but... ED. Yes. Elden Ring has ED. Who doesn't, dude? New Mars drops. I think it's tomorrow at. Is it 4 p.m. EST? I think it's at a different time. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, PlayStation. I assume it's going to be on all platforms, but I don't know. Sovereign boss cycles. I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention to Night Rain in a couple weeks, but all I know is that Maris is going to be tomorrow. I think tomorrow. Supposed to be today. I was gonna do a pretty long stream. The reason I didn't start earlier is because I had to take cats to the vet, which was fun. Surely fun. But yeah, I was gonna do a really long stream today and do the Everdark Sovereign and stuff, but got delayed, so I guess that'll be tomorrow instead. And then the day after that, we're gonna do some Night Rain with Potasic as well. I'll probably keep doing some DS3, whether it's attempting this run or, you know, routing Miracle, whatever happens with this run. 4 a.m. on the 31st. I hope you're wrong, but yeah, it's either 23 or 11 hours from now. I don't know which one. I hope it's not. If it's 4 a.m., I'm not playing it at that point or at that time. I guess I could probably do 3 there. Early game Pyro is a little bit worse than Sorcery. Like, very early game. The Gundyr is worse and the Vord is worse. And you know what, probably, well, the Abyss Watchers is similar. A bit different, but similar. Yeah, I thought it said 1 p.m. PST is what I thought. Or PDT, I don't know which one. Oh, really? Where did that come from? Is that their tweet or something? I don't know. Anyways, I know it's coming out tomorrow at some point. But yeah, 6 sounds right because that's consistent with the times of the releases of the other Everdark Sovereigns. So that I believe more. But I don't remember seeing that. But doesn't matter. It's in 11 hours. No way, it's not, dude. No. Well, if it's in 11 hours, I'm not playing it until later tomorrow. Which I guess is fine. It doesn't really make a difference. It's not like I'm itching to go fight Everdark fucking Maris, dude. So. Not exactly in the biggest rush. Yeah, this run, I actually think this run will be harder than Sorcery. Not because it's worse on the bosses or anything, but simply because of the hidden body advantage that Sorcery has. No hidden body on this run. Yeah. Oh, wait, 19? Are you sure it's not 23? Oh.
Maybe.
Okay, I mean, 19's fine, I guess. It really doesn't matter that much. Neo, thanks for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that. Ooh, I haven't seen that in a while. Definitely still a little bit rusty at some of those little things in this game. Timings on random attacks. It's not a practice run, though. We're doing a no reset run. So if I get hit, I'm going to continue. But it's not, like, I shouldn't have to make save files anywhere or anything like that. Going back to DS3 is annoying, can't jump like Elden Ring. Not really. I don't think so. There's no instance where I would want to actually jump like that in this game anyways, so. Actually, I'm going to go rest, so I don't need to get rid of him, but. No, it doesn't annoy me at all. Like, because the levels weren't made to have jump, so it just. There's no point at which I'd think about, oh, I wish I'd jump right now. Like. So, yeah. I don't know why you find Nameless King easier in DS3 than in Night Rain. Dude, they totally scuffed him in Night Rain, I think. They just, like, changed some of his attacks in a weird way. His lightning... His Phase 2 Lightning Slam, you can't dodge it in the same way. I don't really know how to dodge it in Night Rain other than just, like... Maybe you can jump. I don't know. But yeah, that move's different. The grab is more delayed in Night Rain for some reason.
Hey, Gino and everyone.
There are definitely some differences. And so it's nice that I'm playing DS3 right now and I'm not getting used to those Night Rain scuffed Nameless King timings. Is that... Well, I mean, who knows, right? Maybe I'll lose a run on Nameless King to that grab, but... Yeah, Dancer is scuffed too, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really scuffed. It's just, it's different than in base DS3, which throws me off. But it is kind of weird that the spins have such good tracking in Night Rain with Dancer. And the first time I saw, it's funny, the first time I saw Dancer Night Rain was when we did that pre-launch night hunt event or whatever it was called. And then I ended up dying to it because I was trying to dodge it in the same way I normally would. But then she just totally 180'd on me and it's like, oh, I guess you're dead now. It does so much damage too. And then I thought I basically threw the tournament for our team because I was thinking the tiebreaker for that would have been I was thinking it was going to be the team with the least number of downs, and I was the only one who went down during that run because of that dancer spin. So I thought I totally lost it for our team, but it didn't end up mattering, I guess. Okay, so we're going down here. Why is that guy chasing me still? You know why I took so much damage there? Is because I forgot to take off my pants. Nearly died because of it. Okay, so we're just gonna send her back. We're gonna kill her later instead. Fenjal, thanks for the 14-month resub, dude. Favorite armor set in DS3? I don't know, dude. I'd have to think about it more. My favorite one. I like the Alva set. It's classic. I like that that Black Witch set or whatever it's called as well. Fallen Knight armor. Maybe I would like it, but at this point in time, I just only associate it with noobs in PvP, so it kind of ruined it. It's just every time I think about it now, it's just like, oh, I'm going to fight some first-time player. But yeah, I do think it looks pretty good if I don't think about that. Why can I not think of many sets right now? I can't think of them, dude. I don't really wear armor very often in this game. Maybe that's why. Yeah, 3,000 hours playing naked. Dude, at least that. Okay, my stamina management was pretty bad. Surely that's okay. Yeah, it is possible to get chased down here when you mess up there. Ooh. Okay, so... we're gonna get the Estus Shard. Rafmal, have a good one, dude. Iron Dragon Slayer armor. I feel like that one looks a bit weird on such a small character, almost. Or unless you mean, like, if you mean the normal, like, Ornstein armor, that one's sick. I really like that one. But yeah, like, the Dragon Slayer armor, I think it's fine. Unless I'm misremembering it. I pick up Embers because they sell for 1k piece. Let's go on Kaza. Yeah, I don't like Artorias set. Like, maybe I'm the only one, but I just don't like it. Ah, dude, should I go get... I feel like I should maybe go get Sage Ring. It would help on Champion Gundyr would be really nice, because I have one free ring slot for him. I have one free ring slot, and because I have to use the parry shield, I can't use the Bellvine for him. Other than that, I mean, I guess I would use Sage's Ring in the early game, but I don't really need it. It'd mostly be for that champion. Yeah, the Ring Knight set is... Yeah, it's the ultimate edgelord set, dude. Nah, I don't like Dancer set either. All that much. At least not the full set. Yeah, Faram armor is always nice. It's a nice one. Oh, shit. That was kind of scary. My favorite Night Rain skin. You know what? Actually, speaking of armor set, it's not really armor, I guess, but the Conjurator set, I really like, actually. Especially when you have the Pyro pants on. Like, I like the hood and the... I think the tool belt comes from the chest piece, right? Yeah, this one's peak fashion, dude. As far as robes go. But yeah, favorite Night Rain skin is probably the...
Maybe.
Exile Mask and Gundy armor build.
I like the Raider skins a lot. It might be the Raider dark skin, whatever it's called. But... Camel, thanks for this 3-month Prime sub. Thanks, dude. On the last run, I actually barely ended up using the Lingering Dragon Crest ring, but I should be. I should be using it on every fight with Power Within. I just kind of forgot. Anyone know stream schedule? I just don't have one at this point. I just stream whenever I have time, or... Yeah, that's basically it. So just simply have the notifications. That's all. That's the only way. How's it going, Gabri? And Green Wolf, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I guess mostly it's between, like... I mean, I occasionally I'll have some super early streams, pretty rarely though, but generally it's between like 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. EST, somewhere in that range, I guess. Pretty big range. Usually I don't start streams outside of that range. But I do. I mean, sometimes I'll have I'll have that 9 p.m. stream or something. Some days 4 p.m., some days 5 a.m. Well, I don't know if I stream at 5 a.m. At least not started a stream, but I had like a 7 a.m. stream maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, the first ever dark boss is Mara's. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to get the bad one out of the way, but maybe they made it sick, dude. Who knows? But I can't really imagine it being that good. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'm feeling like it's going to be just more projectiles or more of those little jellyfish spawning guys, more sleep nukes, and that's pretty much it. That's what I'm anticipating, but yeah, we'll check it out tomorrow. Dude, that's crazy. Boss so bad it brought an IRL tsunami. That is crazy, dude. Damn. 3 for 1. I can't wait to sleep the entire fight. Yeah, have a little snooze during the Night Lord when he runs away and drops his 4 nuke bombs and you just can't do anything the whole time. Pyromancy only in Elden Ring 2. Yeah, I mean, well, not really. I did Incantation only in Elden Ring a long time ago. A run that I've wanted to do for a while is, it's a big commitment though. It's probably why I haven't done it yet, is Elden Ring, all bosses, pyromancy, or not pyromancy, but incantations only, and then also sorceries only. Yeah, I've considered using the other pyro hand. I don't think it's worth it though. I mean, maybe it is, but we definitely don't need it. And it's awkward to get without using hidden body. Like, I could probably just use a bunch of skulls, I guess, but I just don't think it's worth it. 2 months of commitment for each. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong on that. That's what's nice about running the Souls games. Even Dark Souls 2's got 41 bosses, a lot of areas and stuff, but routing a run like that isn't going to take 2 to 3 months from start to finish. It would take maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks of routing and then you just get it. Like, it's basically a month for Dark Souls 2 type of run like that, I'm guessing. But for Elden Ring, yeah, it's probably at least 3 months. Doesn't sound very exciting. I think it'd be really fun, actually. I think it'd be pretty good. Have to have some unique solutions to bosses, I think. Yeah, I could. Of course, I could just do. I could just do all great runes instead, or something like that, right? Maybe more reasonable. Could buy the bow now, I guess, but I'll wait. Pretty expensive, actually.
Yeah.
Region locked out. I'd have to think about region locked. I'm not sure.
Do what? what? Pretty, like...
All right, +4. We got a skull, and now we're supposed to hit... Will we sell all this stuff? It's probably good. 14 attunement, and then I think we usually get to like 25 or 26 int or something like that.
Let these souls withdraw
Should have
from
considered remembrances main bosses.
manifestation of
Yeah, you're not wrong, I guess.
sedated by fire, burrow deep within me. Retreating. Farewell, Ashen One.
That's honestly when I'm you know the run I'm planning on doing next. And playing so much DS3 is de-rust for it. I'm planning on doing it for the other Souls games as well, but 6 games, like God Run 3, but minus Sekiro, but all bosses. And I was thinking, you know, maybe for Elden Ring, I should just do all Great Runes and all Remembrances or something like that instead. But I'm not sure yet. I mean, I was gonna do just all 207 bosses, but. It does make more sense, even though that run still ends up being like 5-6 hours, but maybe it's not quite that long. I'm actually not sure. I haven't really done just a straight up all remembrances run yet in the game, so no Sekiro because it's not a Souls game, not a Souls-like game. Simply. Yeah, I'll think about it more, though. Where's that guy going? No, I'm not done with Night Rain. I'm going to play it tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to only play Night Rain tomorrow, but I want to do some of that randomizer and see if that's fun. And then I'll play the new Everdark Sovereign stuff. You know, maybe I actually should make some saves since we're doing no reset. And if I die, I'd want to continue probably. Or not waste a bunch of time running back or something like that. Okay, Red got killed instantly, apparently. Did no damage. Oh, nice. Did not think that was going to hit. It's RNG. The question is, do I get this bone shard? That was fine there. Just last time I did it, the guy nearly caught up to me when I was hiding from the ball. And what can happen is the ball can knock the enemy into me, and then it staggers me. So it is a hit. Souls games the worst all achievements. I don't know. I haven't done them all. I've only done Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, and Elden Ring. I can say for sure Elden Ring's the easiest. Elden Ring's the easiest to a point where it's almost not even fun to do. At least for me. Maybe people like it because it's not as much of a commitment to get all achievements done in that game, but it's like, it's so simple to a point where it's just not even fun. I think DS3, the farming's the annoying part, but without the farming is probably the most fun one that I've done. If you remove the farming part. And DS2 is pretty good as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about DS1. I haven't done it. Not sure about Bloodborne either. Or Demon Souls. Yeah, largest game, easiest all achievements. I think... I understand what they were doing, because if they made it, you had to collect every spell, collect every talisman in that game. That would have been huge. But I think that would have been way more fun than what it was, to be honest. But okay, so it's supposed to be 2, 4, and 3. Oh, shit, I missed. Or was I supposed to level up before this? This is not great. Oh god, he's pulling sword. Did he get it? It's probably rep here. This is why you go for the other hand sometimes. Please crawl or something, dude. I haven't hit his wrist a single time. Oh god. This is insane. Oh my god, how did all those miss, dude? Yeah, this is a thing with Pyromancy where he input reads the casts and then he just pulls his sword. Yeah, see, like, this isn't a normal Wolnir thing to pull his sword constantly. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. I'm actually gonna run at FP. This is insane that I've even survived this long, I'm not gonna lie. Usually Wolnir pulling sword like this is just either a bone out or just you lose, but... Oh my god. I cannot believe that, dude. Okay, well, I guess I should go for his... I should do the safe strat. I should just go for his other hand first. It makes it so much easier, dude.
Using your 2019 DS3 any percent guide to get DS3 no hit then start
Can't believe I survived that. Like, especially because I haven't seen Wolnir sword phase in I don't know how long, dude. I was gonna bone out, but I didn't get any bonfires here, so... Okay, well, go for the other hand then. And that's definitely a thing that I remember specifically happening with Great Combustion in Wolnir. He loves to pull his sword more often for some reason. Or it's the input reads. And it messes him up. But generally, I have the Sage Ring, and I think that was the difference there. Where this time I didn't have Sage Ring, so my cast speed was a little slower and I couldn't break it in time. Curtis, thanks so much for the 1,500 bits, dude. I appreciate that. Are these guys really just gonna sit there? Literal master run Wolnir type fight, even though that was actually much longer. Literally longer than a master run Wolnir fight right there. Like I was saying, that's why I don't know when I said it last, but if you're doing a Wolnir kill and you don't have basically guaranteed enough damage to do the fast strat, it is better every time to go for the other hand first. Even though you miss the, the free break on the left hand, so it's technically slower. You avoid that situation. It's just so much harder to break his right hand if you can't break it immediately, So it's actually just a miracle that I survived that. The book spawns in the back left corner if you don't pick it up in his arena. Yeah, Miracle Pyro ruined. True. Run invalidated. That was fucking crazy, dude. That was insane. Luckily, his sword moveset is pretty simple, but I just haven't seen it in so long, and the timings aren't exactly intuitive on it. Oh. That's not supposed to happen. What is going on this run, dude? It's like, it's cursed. Why is the sandworm gone? I hear him. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen this. He's probably gonna hit me or something when I... I've never seen this before. Oh my god.
Fortitude is the martial fort, the armor of will, and the fort of reason.
Well, I'm learning some new stuff today. I don't know what's going on, but... Yeah, because what's meant to happen when you rest at this bonfire, the worm is supposed to be popped out, but then... I mean, I'm just curious right now. I rest again. Like, usually what happens is the... What the hell? Is the worm just sits there and then the ballista kills much more quickly. This is something special this run so far, dude. Anyways, I guess we'll just do it the slower way. This is insane, dude. Elfman, thanks for the 1,000 bits, dude. I wonder if it was some weird timing thing or... I don't know. I don't know what it was. Yeah, this run is very cursed so far. Yeah, because I changed resolution, maybe, dude. Anyways, it doesn't matter. This is just a slower way to do it because, like, half the ballistas miss. But the bolts miss. The other way's faster, but... Because, yeah, if you go watch even any other run I've ever done, you rest at that bonfire, then the worm just sits there and doesn't move, and you go behind that rock, and it gets hit by every single bolt. Yeah, this is a weird, very weird run so far. But yeah, by the way, Curtis, I kind of didn't hear that message, but I would highly like that 29 2019 tutorial isn't terrible, but it is out of date. Oh my god. So I would recommend, if you watch my God Run 3 route, that's probably the one you want. That's a better route. So I would probably check out that one instead. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Things have changed since 2019, right? Different strats have been found and stuff. Man, this is pretty slow so far. Doesn't help when you have a 5-minute Wolnir fight. I actually, dude, I thought about remaking the tutorial when... I thought about it a few times. But I remember when after I finished the God Run 3, I was saying I was gonna remake or make tutorials for each of the God Run 3 games. I just never did. And I was mainly gonna do it so that if I ever wanted to do multi-game runs again, I could just, you know, have something for it. But I don't really need tutorials for that stuff, dude. At least not right now. It wasn't long ago enough for that. Only a couple of years ago I did that. Much harder is Elden Ring? Any percent no hit compared to All Remembrances plus DLC level 1? Totally depends, I guess. Hard to say. I would honestly think that if you're using a guide for Elden Ring no hit any percent versus not using any sort of guide and having almost no knowledge of Elden Ring doing level 1 plus the DLC, then level 1 will most definitely be harder. But yeah, if you're not going to use a guide for either one, and you're going to try to no-hit the game and route it yourself, then that'll take a lot more time. Okay. Made it out of there alive.
Ash.
I'm really one large charge sort here, huh? Maybe I should just get the one that's at the start of Catacombs, dude. And maybe I could get the bonfire while I'm there so that in case we have a Wolnir situation, I could just bone out and redo it. Probably a good idea. I think I'm going to do that next time.
Do what? Do what? Pretty.
Okay, so now we probably buy the rest of the skulls here. I didn't write down. Couple arrows.
Well, then let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations. Farewell, Ashen One.
That was the wrong place. I can't believe how this run has gone so far, dude. It's insane. Actually insane. Clergyman cooler than Malakath? I don't know about cooler, but he's more fun to fight than Malakath, I think. Using my DS1 sorcery run for your first hitless. Like Stunlock and Quay, like. Yeah, dude, that sorcery route is actually really good, I think. That God Run, like, I mean, pretty much every route I used on God Run 3 was bulletproof, basically, you know? Like, they were all really safe and well optimized for how consistent and safe they were. And I can't really think of almost anything that was questionable that I did. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe the early games weren't as good, but it was more just that I wasn't as good at the, I guess I'm still not as good at Bloodborne and Sekiro and DS1. Maybe not DS1 as much, but at least Bloodborne and Sekiro I'm not as good at as the other games, so that's why they were less consistent. It wasn't really because the route was bad. Although, think about it, there is one thing I do in DS2 is not great with the Giant Lord running section. That maybe is questionable, but everything else in all of those routes is pretty good. When I do that the all bosses version, I'm gonna have to make sure that that's good because I can't have anything being bad. But DS2 has a lot of really tough running sections though. Hey, what is this guy doing? He's totally... What is going on with my game, dude? This guy's totally bugging out here. Genuinely, I think my game is messed up from the dummy glitch, dude. I actually think it's messed up. Blood guy boss from Elden Ring. Boss is perfect. Moog's pretty fun. He's certainly not perfect, though. And simply... It's not that hard to argue that he's not perfect because... even just his blood attacks are inconsistent. Which really sucks.
No!
Fun boss, though. He's still really good, but he's certainly not perfect. And not to mention the whole thing with the Nihil attack, which I was talking about yesterday. The tier it's fine to, or I like the idea of having a boss that has some sort of attack like that where you need to negate it with something outside of the boss, but it just doesn't work well, like at all. So... So yeah, maybe fix some of the blood flame on the ground being inconsistent and make the Nihil tier better and actually worth getting. And then he's pretty much good, I think. Well, it's not even... I mean, yeah, the damage with the Tyron is weird. I think that's really weird. But I think the bigger problem is the health regeneration. Is why does it not prevent the health regen? I'm sure there's some lore reason or whatever, but I don't really care about that. Gameplay-wise, I don't... The tier's just not worth it, dude. Although, I mean, arguably it is worth it if you're on a first playthrough. You may as well use it, but you can easily just go with some better tier in place of it and just, you know, as long as you have enough heals, you're okay. Okay, surely this will be fine. Ah, fuck off, dude. Okay, Greatwood down.
What? Pretty big.
We are now going into the lava. Will be crushed if you kill it before the... Wait, what? Before the floor collapses? By this guy, who do you mean? I don't know who you mean by that. But no, if you kill him before the floor collapses, that's what's supposed to happen with this route, but I missed one of my shots. So... Oh, I didn't, shit. Didn't equip the stuff I needed to. Flash sweat. Yeah, if you kill Greatwood before the floor slimes down, it looks the exact same as what just happened. Yeah, like the floor actually still breaks. You just kill him and he dies, and then the floor just falls down and you just fall down. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, so I guess if I'm gonna pick up one extra large shard somewhere, then we don't need to get the ones... Like we don't need to deal with this big rat down here. Okay, so we are only allowed to use 2 skulls here, I believe. I think 2 skulls is all we're allowed. So if he doesn't die, I can just blast him. Should be good. I thought for a second. Okay, so armor. Oh, wait, but I still needed it on this run, though. Oh, my God, dude. Okay, it's fine. Whoops. Let's just go trade. I guess I can trade the black firebomb as well, and we can just go +7. But Right for this has certainly not been as clean as the sorcery was. Like sorcery, I felt like by the time we got to this point, things were a little bit more figured out. And this one, I'm still kind of scrambling all over the place.
Do not. Did what? Prithee.
Ashen. Well, then. Farewell, Ashen One. May the.
You know, I probably shouldn't have done that, actually. Because I need enough money for skulls later, but it's probably fine. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, now we're going to Sage. How's it going, Ashy? And I don't have Sacred Flame equipped. Did I write this stuff down, dude? Let's go in the sense. And Bender, welcome back, dude. Or yeah, I guess Ashen. Yeah. I guess I ignored what was after the Y.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
But I don't know if I should get slumbering on this. I didn't last time.
Very well. In that clear in the view I on.
I don't know. Glad didn't call you Hin. True. Hindev. Here we go. You know, I still didn't really check where I throw the second skull on the staircase with the 2 Grave Wardens. I think I remember, but I remember having issues with it one time as well. There's a strat where you can just wait for both of them to come down and then throw the skull for both. And maybe I should... Well, I don't know. Didn't aggro the dog this time. Dude, that's actually crazy. I don't know why I tried to kill him. I was just like, oh, just kill him, dude. And then I guess it hits a bit faster than I remember that as well. Surely we're not going to just get one hit because of that. But we might. Just realized I could probably snipe those guys from up here. Make it easier to get Belvine. Cabbage Boy, thanks for the 8-month Prime sub, by the way, dude. I have no idea why I tried to shoot him, dude. Like, I don't know. Well, at least on the next attempt, I'll be able to make it cleaner than this. Like, do I throw... That's totally wrong. I guess maybe it's not, actually. Yeah, I think that was right. Yeah, the thrall did drop down. It's true. Nice. What an insane, like, that is totally what I get for just trying to shoot that guy randomly. I don't know why I did it. It was tempting, and then I shot it over his head, and then... and then he got me, dude. How bad is Yorm? He's very easy. Pyromancy gets a really good kill on him. Cat unplugged controller, yeah. That's definitely why. Yeah, Cat pulled the stick up, and so I missed the free aim. Surely that's why. Okay, don't do that. I was wondering, like, oh, could I, instead of trying to free him this tail, could I just lock onto him? But I guess not. It's good to know. I buy my Lamborghini yet? Yeah, 2 of them actually. Hexology. Surely that's the name. Yeah, this hasn't gone exactly how I've wanted it. So far. But yeah, if I can not get hit for the rest of this, then I'll be happy with that, I guess. It's the aim. Yeah, I'm gonna do Bloodborne 2 because I'm actually looking forward to that a lot because I got the emulator running and stuff, and it's great. Also, Bloodborne definitely belongs in that type of run as well, I think. Sony lawsuit incoming. I've done nothing wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to start on some Bloodborne all boss and no hit. Relatively soon. Hour 17, hour 18 to Deacons is crazy, dude. Especially, it's not like I've done early dancer or something. Insane. Maybe after Miracles, I think I'll de-rust on DS1 and 2 no hit, maybe first. Maybe do some other DS2 runs as well. Maybe some other DS1 runs as well. Maybe I should do level 1 all boss and no hit or something like that. Pretty easy run and a good way to de-rust, maybe. No, I've only done Bloodborne 80% no hit. For good reason as well, because playing that game on the PS4, even the PS5 is just terrible. Especially the PS4, but that's the reason I haven't done a lot of runs in that game, but emulator 60 FPS, 1440p is very, very nice. Was a little risky. But yeah, another thing though that's so nice about the emulator is that I can change B jump. It's so much of a difference, dude, when I can actually react to boss attacks if I'm sprinting. Like, I'm just thinking about how shadows are gonna go on that. It's gonna be like a dream, dude. First of all, you can actually react to stuff properly. Even regardless of sprinting, the 30 FPS, or, you know, usually if you're playing PS4, which is probably mostly how I've played Bloodborne, and you're not getting 30 FPS, you're getting like 25. And so reacting in that with that frame rate is much harder. Yeah, I've just disabled the motion controls as well, so that's not gonna happen. Not gonna be a problem. Okay. So I'll just go for this. I'm gonna kill a lot of them here, though. Okay, nice deacons. I can't believe I did that, dude. I can't believe I tried to frame that guy and just missed and then died. Hob got both Smelter Demons in Brony's Arena. So is he at the end of the run then? So much faster than Sorcery? It's actually not, though. Like, maybe it seems like it's faster, but... Well, I mean, the Phase 2 was... I guess, but... I mean, yeah, I guess it was faster, probably. Does it, if you're using storytellers, it's not that much different.
Well, there they. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels. Manifestation.
I don't think I normally level up here. I'll get this run dialed in, dude. It's really scuffed. Like, I'm not swapping my spells when I'm supposed to. I'm doing a bunch of extra level ups. I mean, which smelter is it? Oh, you said both of them. How bad is that? Sounds pretty bad. Doesn't sound triple sin bad, but doesn't sound great. And yeah, you know, whenever we have this FPS discussion, there are always a couple of people who are like, maybe not always, I haven't seen anyone so far, but there are always, you know, there's always someone that's like, dude, 30 FPS is fine, you're just complaining. I can't tell the difference. There's usually someone, but not right now, apparently. But the reason why I think it's such a big deal is because we're not talking about some game like fucking... I don't know. We're not talking about some game like... I don't know. Like Pokemon game or something like that, right? Where just... There's absolutely no... There's no action in the game. And so the FPS just doesn't matter. It's all just visual. It doesn't actually really change the feel of the game. Versus an action game where... You know, an action game that's kind of performance-based, where having consistent frame rate and having the game feel responsive is basically the #1 most important thing. You know? It totally changes the experience of the game. So the reason why I dislike Bloodborne the most out of all the Souls games is simply because of that. It runs like shit, dude. 30 FPS... And the controls are shitty. The B dodge. And so what's so big about the emulator is that it fixes all of, like, literally every single one of those problems is fixed. So now the game is on equal footing to the other Souls games, and now I can, like, actually enjoy the game a lot more. Especially in Bloodborne 2, because some of the bosses are so... There's a lot going on. There are a lot of particle effects, and it just tanks the frame rate, dude. You know, you take a riposte on someone, blood splattering all over the screen, and your frame rate just dies, dude. So yeah, it's been... I haven't played much of Bloodborne at 60 FPS. Probably only a couple, like 5 hours or so. But it is massive, dude. It's so good. I highly, highly recommend it. That's the way to experience that game, I think. And, you know, I can actually react to stuff properly. And, yeah, much more fun. Yeah, and I think in a lot of cases too, when people are saying, you know, they don't notice a difference between, you know, probably mostly 60 and 120 FPS, but I've seen it for 30 and 60. They say that they literally don't notice a difference. I have to imagine that most of the time it's a monitor issue. Like they're probably on a 30 FPS or a 30 hertz TV or something like that, right? Where it just you actually won't be able to tell any difference because of that. So. Yeah, that is true. I did I've done reaction time tests with I still the monitor that I read chat on and stuff is, you know, some 60 hertz. It's some office, you know, shitty monitor that isn't meant for gaming really. And that's what for most of my streaming and for most of my streaming and Souls no hit runs, I've used that monitor. And yeah, when I upgraded to an actual proper, like, 240 hertz monitor, like, the 4K part doesn't really matter, but actual low response time and stuff, my reaction time was consistently, I forget the exact amount, but it was at least consistently 30 milliseconds faster. I went from, like, 180 average to, you know, 150-ish or something like that. Which is insane, dude. Maybe it doesn't matter as much when I'm playing the Souls games, but I think it does a bit, for sure. Especially if I'm playing, like, Elden Ring Uncapped or something. And mostly that'd be a big difference for FPS, but... yeah, the main point was that FPS does matter in these games, in my opinion. I don't think that's controversial at all, but some people might disagree. And it's a totally different experience, especially in Bloodborne, playing it the way I am. It's the way the game feels like it was meant to be played. And 60 is still not the best, right? It's still... it could be better. You actually can play Bloodborne at 120 FPS, but you get... You get the same issue that you do in this game when you try to play at higher than 60 FPS, where you get the slow running. And it happens, unfortunately, quite often, so you can't really do it. But I played a bit at 120, and that, I mean, that's obviously even better, but... going from PS4 low hertz 30 FPS to PC. Man, if even going from 60 to 240 hertz monitor was like, holy shit, dude. That is insane. But... but yeah, makes a big difference, basically, is all I'm saying. You very much notice 165, 240. I haven't properly tested. For me, though, once I get above 120, at least for Souls games, like Elden Ring, I don't really notice much. But I think it just really depends on what you're doing, right? If you're playing a game like CSGO, and the difference between 120 and 240 FPS, 100%, I would imagine I would feel that difference, but... Souls games aren't really much reaction-based, for the most part, so... I wonder if I should kill some of these guys, but I probably shouldn't, because last time I tried to kill someone that I don't normally kill, I got hit, so... I don't think it has dual mode, Hunter. I think it's maxed at 240 hertz, but... if it does, I don't know about it. Noble belly bump? Yeah, you know what? That would make a big difference there, actually. That's true. You're 100% right. When you're trying to react to... like, for most players, if you're playing... if you're playing against Godskin Noble... even just the noble presence for most people is a tough reaction attack, right? So if you're fighting against noble and you're playing at 30 FPS, you are going to have a hell of a time trying to react to even phase 2 noble presence. 60 FPS, though, is when it'll start to be a little bit easier for most people. And then, yeah, if you got up to like 240 FPS in Elden Ring, which is... I can't run that with my setup. But, yeah, if you're going to 150 FPS or something, it becomes much easier. Oh yeah, last time I free aimed him, but I guess I'm not this time. Yeah, I knew I was a little close there. Fine. Just don't miss, don't miss. Good thing I'm confident in my SS cancel, because... I actually, that time, I did know he was going to jump at me, but I was just going to do it anyways, but... Last time, I was like, oh shit, he's jumping at me, and I forgot he would input read my SS, but that time I planned it. Worked out. Yeah, that's the PvP help that I got, dude. Good, like 1,500 hours of PvP, and doing some of this tech will ingrain the timing in your head, dude. It's actually underrated how much PvP helped my no-hit running, I think. Or how much it can help your no-hit running with just being good at boss spacing and, you know, some of those mechanics and stuff. I don't need this, but... Tomahawk, thanks for the 500 bits, dude. Elden Ring Colossal Sword only when? Yeah. People have been asking me that for so long, dude. You know. SS cancel, you just kind of have to look up a tutorial, honestly. I won't be able to explain it well enough that you're just going to get it right away. It's more complicated than that. I think there's a very good chance that we no-hit the rest of the game, and the only hit I took was was because I tried to free aim the fucking kamikaze guy. Look like the embodiment of Lane-Del? That's probably not a bad thing, I guess. I don't really know what that means, though.
Well, they... Farewell, Agni.
Let's go on Baby Joe. Pay attention to the Liza P question. When will I play Liza P? I don't know. Simple answer. No idea. I mean, I've played the game. I just haven't played the DLC yet. But surely I will. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not always itching to play Souls-likes. Liza P is a pretty good Souls-like, but I mean... I'd still much rather just play the actual Souls games.
I... Blood.
I played a bit of AI Limit. I mean, you'll notice a common theme: starting a Souls-like and then not finishing it, or not. You know, I don't know. It's different for me because I'm fine with playing the same game for such a long time. I don't really get bored of the Souls games. So when it comes to Souls-like games, first of all, none of them have been as good as the actual Dark Souls games yet. And yeah, like I'm not looking for the next game to play. And like quite honestly, if I'm gonna play a new game, a different game, it's not gonna be a Souls-like, probably. So that's why I'm not, you know, rushing to go play. I'm not rushing to go play Wu Chang or whatever it's called, and Lies P DLC and all this stuff. Like, I'm just games are like I like the games, but I'm not rushing to go. I'm not itching to go play them all the time. This is so not worth getting, dude. But Cirrus, you need to not die, please. If you die, we are done. Oh my god, she's actually gonna die. You idiot. Oh yeah, I guess I could skull him, actually. Is that what I did in all achievements? Oh. Dude, she is useless right now. Maybe that is what I did in all achievements. Wow. Yeah, okay. I should probably skull. Good point.
Thank you for your kind assistance. Blessing of the moon upon your journey.
Shut up. You did nothing. Almost died 3 times. Elden Ring is a good Souls-like game. Well, it's not the same, dude. Elden Ring is basically just straight up Souls-like or Souls game that was made by FromSoft. Just it has a different name. That's it. It's an expansion of the Souls games and their mechanics. Exact same thing, basically. Okay, I'm probably gonna take a quick break, you guys. I'm gonna go eat. Since I started streaming late today, so the timing's all messed up, but I'll be back in a few minutes, and we will continue this ultra scuffed run. Okay, thanks for waiting, you guys. Okay, cat ring, which we really, we really don't need, but I kind of like it. Definitely do not need it though. You know what, dude, I'm thinking this route's gonna be. I think this run's gonna be even slower than sorcery. By maybe quite a bit, even. I think just hidden body saves a lot of time because you don't have to get patches. And the strategies through the running sections, you can go the fastest way. Instead of having to, I don't know, like Cathedral, we have to go through a slower way because I have to throw skulls and stuff. Oh, shit. I thought I had to swap to some spell here, but maybe that was for sorcery. I guess. Oh, yeah, it was, actually. Only someone at 14% mass would get hit on Deacon Split. You're not wrong. Yeah, not my finest hit I've ever taken. I've had worse, though. Especially, at least right now, I can still use the excuse that I'm just still super rusty at the game. But, I mean, that wasn't... I don't know. That was just an insane hit, though. Surely just rusty, still. That's why I decided to throw a Chaos Fire Orb at some random guy. And then he hits me after. Name some good Bon Iver songs. Anything from self-titled album is good. And the first album's good. Whoops. Why did I do that? Like, it kind of depends on your taste a little more, but 22 million I think every song's good, basically. I like it quite a bit, actually, but, you know, might not be for everyone. What was their next album? Next album was a little bit of a miss for me. Wasn't the biggest fan. But it has some good ones on it, I guess. Like, Shadia's got the insane saxophone I like. Their most recent one has some pretty good ones on it as well. Such as, I would have to look. I can't remember. I haven't listened to that one as much. But What do I think of Cardi's new album? It is the best thing I've ever heard. Spiritual experience when I listen to it. Really like this right through the dungeon. It's very clean. I've never heard a single song from Party, whoever this person is, honestly, but not a single one. I was gonna say Cardi B, but that's not the same person. I don't know. Okay. So I don't think it's the same person, unless it is. Unless that's been who it's been this whole time. But I don't know, man. Okay.
Well, let these souls withdraw. Farewell, Ashen One.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was playing gotchi songs all stream. That's what playing Bloodborne does to you. Is it totally turns you inside out, dude. Yeah, I remember that. I was trying to go for Bloodborne any percent. Yeah. Someone gave me a playlist or something. Not bad. I guess I missed one of those, but because I had to drink first.
Did someone say electrocute? Sigma alive.
Valence, thanks so much for the 54-month resub, dude. Electric Ian, coming soon. Except actually, no, it's going to be Christ Ian is the faith build. Oh. Oh, really? Ah, dude. Should be a pretty easy one cycle if I don't whiff or run out of FP or something. Or two cycle, I meant. Good thing Dancer doesn't take a lot of FP to kill because we don't get a refill after this. Civilite, welcome back.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Cries TN.
Jeff, thanks for the 42-month resub, dude.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut
Maybe getting some more attunement by this point would be a good idea. There's kind of 2 bosses in a row where I don't know, it's not as good as it could be because I run out of wait, am I supposed to level up here? Guess I could. I mean, our damage is already so insane. I don't think we need to.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Dank, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, and Vexer, thanks for the 2-month Prime sub as well. I'm not reading that. Read the first sentence, and I know where it's going. Or listen to metal? A tiny bit. I mean, sometimes, I guess. Not as familiar with the metal genre as much as, like, whatever I normally listen to. But, I don't know. People have sent me some good playlists, though. I didn't actually get hit on Deacons. I got hit on the split because I did something very dumb. But it wasn't actually by the boss. That wasn't ideal.
I'll give you the best nut ever.
Yuha, thanks for the two-year Prime sub. Thanks so much, dude.
Imagine how moist her butt crack is.
Oh
Man,
my god.
That shit must be fucking steaming in there. With
Luckily,
how much
that's gonna
she
get cut
dances
off.
around in full plate. That
I'm
shit
ignoring.
must be like a sweat dam. I bet your character can feel its splatter whenever he's...
Thank you, PTS, for getting cut off. Much appreciated.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Seer, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub, dude. I've realized that when I was doing this, and when I was doing this before, I was throwing the skull just way too late there. Totally throwing it at the wrong timing. Which is why the guy was almost hitting me every time. Maybe I should get him into phase 2 with the Great Chaos Fire Orb.
I'll give you the best nut
This'll do. Is that better? Ooh. Some stamina concerns there. All right, buddy. You know, we need to blame this run and how scuffed it is on the dummy glitch earlier. I think that was the problem, dude. I think it was the dummy glitch's fault. Oh! Speaking of which, almost got hit again. I guess wow, I can't believe he had time to get it off, but I guess because he stalled. Okay, what is this clip? Did he die? Oh my god, he's on the... Okay, final boss. Okay, wait, I see dude, the chat is scuffed. Okay, wait. See, look, I get spoiled from the chat because I'm pretty sure when you watch clips, chat, like, is early for some reason.
I'm going in.
Hey, this is the last boss?
Let's go!
Oh, and it's gargoyles. Oh god, dude. There's Covetous Demon. Blue Smelter. How does it... I actually... I don't know how this fight works. Oh. Dude, that's crazy. On the final boss. But, man, leaving gargoyles for last is crazy. I feel like for that DS2 rando. Well, that's a rip. 40... Dude, 40 bosses in. It's insane. Okay, let's go here. That was a... You know what? Credit where credit's due. That was a great kill by Covetous Demon, dude. That was clean. Very clean. No nonsense. No messing around. Just, I'm going to push you off the edge. Can't be mad about that, dude. Simply outplayed. I don't really have to come back here, but there are a couple good reasons. We get a bone shard, a couple chunks. The chunks don't really matter, but it's mainly about the souls. You get a lot of souls, too, from that. Souls and a bone shard. Dude, Covetous is honestly not even a bad boss. Underrated boss, because... Like, sure, it's a meme, but... He's got an interesting grab attack. And honestly, I could name you probably 20 worse bosses that FromSoft has made. Sure, he's not great or anything, but he's not that bad. Just like a flopping Jabba the Hutt. Not as good as Gideon.
I tried Zevia for the first time. I could instantly do the waterfowl drop.
Oh god, dude.
Woman have been more than me. With my whole heart, thank you, Gino. You are inspiration to all.
Peanut, thanks for the 1,000 bits, dude, and you're welcome. Surely true. Also, Waffle, thanks for the gifted sub. I appreciate that, dude. True and verified. Maybe, I don't know. Do I need Catch Flame for this part? Kind of slow to run back. Surely I don't need it. Oh. Oh, I was wondering why I needed 4 more chunks this time, but I don't. I only need 1 more, actually. Full-on ZV endorsement, hockey jersey and all. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Covetous Demon's the best boss of all time, but I think that boss does what it's designed to do very well, which is just simply be a meme boss, basically. Oh my god, how am I... And that's really not a bad thing. You know, sometimes you have to have those wacky bosses in between, the really good ones. And I'd much rather that than, you know, some failed attempt at some boss, such as, I don't know, like Fire Giant, right? Just a failed attempt at whatever it's trying to be. Okay, this is... Gotta figure out what to do. Like, I guess I used to just not even kill that guy, I think. I should probably just do that because... Probably pretty dangerous with that Thrall running at me. Yeah, solid C... Yeah, exactly. Solid C tier boss. I agree with that. Which on my tier list is just below... The average in my tier list is between B and C. So, yeah, being in the C tier is not a bad thing at all. FK's is a good boss then? Designed to be shit? Yeah, but that's the problem, I guess, right? Is that it's first of all, no, I actually disagree. I think they designed it to be some, you know, some kind of puzzle boss or something, and it just turned out horribly. But if a boss is designed to be bad, and it is bad, it is... Or, yeah, if a boss is designed to be bad and they execute it properly, then it's still a bad boss. So, like... But, yeah, I don't know. A meme boss doesn't mean a bad boss. Medium, have a good night, dude. Thanks for hanging out. I bet if Chaos was designed to do what Covetous Demon just did to Hob. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point. Esgar was designed exactly as planned. Well, I think the thing with a lot of the Elden Ring optional bosses is that there just kind of wasn't a plan, probably, right? It doesn't feel like there's any intention with how they made the boss. It's like, oh, let's just put a guy with some dogs in here. And that's, and so they did. You know? What reference did I use? Did I? There was some doc that I found that had the tutorial. The hardest, well, yeah, I mean, yeah. There's some doc. We don't need any of these, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, setting up emulators is very easy. But yeah.
Do not.
Setting up games, on the other hand, can be a little bit trickier. Okay, Faith and Int. Now we go Attunement. I do need some skulls, though.
Farewell, Ashen.
Oh, dude, I remember what bone shard I missed. I missed the one at the end of Archives, dude, but yeah. That was the one I missed. And I missed it again. It's fine. I don't need it. Yep. That's the one. Because I was wondering last round, I only got the +8, and I was wondering why. That would be why. Flame. Yeah, this route is so slow and inefficient compared to how I did Sorcery. I gotta trim it down a little bit. Yeah, Pyro scales with Faith and Int in this game. So we go 40-40, and then we're at the soft caps, or hard caps, whatever. I don't know which one, honestly. Scaling, probably hard cap, I guess, is 40-40, and then we go Attunement and Endurance.
Best nut ever.
For the rest
Hi,
of it.
Gino. How's the run going?
Grogu, thanks for the 4-month resub, dude. It's going, I mean, I got hit, so not amazing, but it's going. Forgot to equip Power Within as well. But I guess I don't have a slot. Oh, yes. No, I don't. It'd be nice to have Power Within here, but I guess we don't need it. Kazan or Liza P for an Elden Ring enjoyer? Probably Liza P. I do think Kazan's a pretty fun... It's a pretty fun game, though. Like, it's a pretty fun little game, but it's nothing crazy. Consider doing a tuna damage run. I've done a few, but for the most part, no damage is just more tedious. It's a more tedious version of the exact same thing we're already doing. So yeah, there's kind of no point. And in fact, at least for this game and for Elden Ring, there's absolutely zero difficulty change. It's just the same run, but slightly more tedious, like very slightly. In the older Souls games, it does make a bigger difference, so it'd be more worth doing in those games, maybe, but... I think that's fine.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Says the guy who hasn't finished it. Well, I haven't finished Liza P either, so it cancels out. Let's actually use Lingering Dragon Crest this time. A stun? Where's the stun, bro? What's happening? I wonder what happened there. Oof, that's scary. I wonder what happened there. The stun got lost somewhere, but I don't know on what attack he would have eaten it, but that would have been any percent if I didn't try to free aim that guy. Isn't that so funny, dude? Crazy. Okay, I think we're just going to 30 attunement here.
Farewell, Ashen.
Yep. Pretty funny, dude. Okay, and we'll go like this. Estus level at the end. Well, I'm supposed to get a +9, but I forgot a bone shard on this one, so we're only going to be +8, and then we end up getting one more Estus shard, I think. I guess I think I will kill this guy. My free aims are rusty, man. Actually, I mean, that's the whole reason I lost the run, basically. I scuffed a free aim. Danny, how's it going, dude? Besides Deacons, what's the worst boss? Greatwood is the worst boss in this game. Doesn't matter how you look at it. Well, okay, yes, it does. Greatwood, Half-Light, arguably, and Gravetender are the worst bosses in this game. Am I forgetting someone? Don't think so. Those three are the worst. I think Half-Light gets a little bit of a pass because... like, online, I think Half-Light's pretty fun. And I like the idea of that PvP fight. So Half-Light gets a slight pass. Gravetender maybe gets a slight pass as well because it's an NPC. It's probably the best NPC fight they've made, I think. Because he still kind of feels like he has an actual moveset. Compared to other NPCs that are just constant input reading. I mean, he does too, but it's not as bad. So yeah, if we're not considering the online with Half-Light, then I think Half-Light is the worst, and then Greatwood next. Oh. You could have charged me there. Ooh. That wasn't great. Interesting. Interesting positioning there. Yeah, you know what? That's actually something, it reminds me, that's something I want to do relatively soon, is remake my all bosses tier list. Especially I haven't played Bloodborne Chalices yet, but now that I've got the emulator running, I will play them. I'll go through them and I'll fight all those bosses. And then I could, you know, after that, I can say I've fought every single Soulsborne boss, and then I'll make a tier list at that point. The emulator works very nicely from what I've done. It's crashed like once every 2 hours, something like that. So not really bad at all. And the crashes are no big deal because you can start up the game so fast because you can remove the logo at the start of whenever the game starts up. And yeah, there's also a mod for no beat jumping as well, which is just gigantic. I've been playing it at 60 FPS. Anything more than that, I don't have... My PC can run it at 120, But the problem is that it's the same problem with in this game where if you're trying to play if you're trying to play at higher than 60 FPS, you start to get the slow running glitch where basically your character's sprinting but going at this speed. So yeah, unfortunately, I would love to play at 120, but I can't. No, what 90's pretty good for DS3, but it's not perfect. It still does happen. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, Bloodborne's the same. No, it's not headshot damage. It's simply the fact that like when an enemy gets staggered like that, then you get some extra damage when you hit them. That's what that thump sound is. And that's why I do more damage when he's downed. I'm pretty sure I can just do this. It seems fine.
Farewell, Ashen One.
Yeah, so that's why even on spell builds, parrying is still a good idea. All right, we are going on top of Farron Keep. Elden Ring removed that? I don't think so. Honestly, can't remember if that's in it or not. I think you get extra damage when an enemy's stunned and you're hitting them. I don't know. Just for no hit? Wait. Reason parrying on spell builds? No, like I was just saying, yeah, like parrying's good on spell builds. And you'll see once I get, when I do the Faith run and I have Lightning Spear, you will see an ungodly amount of damage on Champion Gundyr. Because you're getting that big extra counter hit, or extra damage multiplier, whatever, from the stagger. And you get the point blank modifier on Sunlight Spear, which does significantly more damage. And so it just totally smokes him, dude. I don't know if this is the best way to kill this guy, honestly. He doesn't go after skulls or anything, right? Okay. Yeah, my idea is just, if he does rock attack, I'm behind the cover, so I can just keep shooting black fire orbs, and then if he does that, I just roll it and then kill him. A Boulder Heave, and Prisoner Chain. Probably go get that Estus Shard. What game do I have the most hours in? It's this one. This game, I probably have close to 6,000 hours in this game now. Although I'm not 100% sure on that number because most of my time playing this game is with Steam offline due to the invasions or the NPC invasions not happening when you're an offline in Steam. And I have, like thousands of hours playing this game just off stream as well. So yeah, the actual number of hours I have in the game is basically unknown, but you can go look at my time streamed of this game, and it's probably, what, 4,000 something, I'm guessing, around. And then, yeah, a couple thousand off stream. No, Steam doesn't count hours when you're offline, unfortunately. I would love to know how much time I had in this game, actually, but yeah, luckily with Elden Ring, I pretty much know. Elden Ring, I think I have around 4,500 or maybe a bit more. Steam did count hours when you're offline? I don't think so. I mean, well, I mean, look. It says I have... I guess you guys can't see this. It says I have 209 minutes this session, and it doesn't even have a total playtime because I'm in Steam offline mode right now. So it doesn't tell you. Wiser, thanks for the 250 bits, by the way. Sorry I missed that, dude. They put Esger because they felt they need to do something with Moog. I don't know, man. Who knows?
Maybe
Yeah, only 209 minutes. No wonder I got hit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just guessing I have probably around 6,000 hours in the game, roughly. Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, this is my first Souls game. This is the game that I started streaming, or I started streaming to play this game on stream. $3,500 hours streaming DS3. Wow, so the streaming hours are definitely catching up. Kind of insane, dude. But yeah, I know for a fact I have significantly more time off stream playing Dark Souls 3 than Elden Ring. But yeah, Elden Ring's definitely catching up though. Obviously. So yeah, I guess I'm probably closer to 5,500 hours in this game. I think I have about 2,000 hours off stream or so of PvP and like routing and just playing the game. Probably most, well, I don't know about most PvP, but I definitely like played a lot of PvP off stream. It's unfortunate though. I'd really love to know an exact amount because it is the game that I have the most hours in out of any game. So it'd be kind of cool to know. But probably, well, I mean, I never will. There actually is fire deflection in this game. It's not as bad, but the Gravetender Great Wolf has deflection on his breath. And it's the first instance that I know of that type of deflection of a projectile. There are others, you know, DS1, the lightning drakes is probably the most famous example of that, of some sort of deflection, but it's different. I don't think it's quite the same. That one's a lot more janky, probably. Yeah, the Gravetender Great Wolf, his frost bounces off of stuff, and it is a big concern for low damage runs. That's why it's one of the most scary fights for so many reasons when you're doing low damage, but that is one of them. Yeah, they're all janky, but at least the ones in Elden Ring and the one with the Great Wolf is kind of more, it feels like it's more intentional than the lightning drakes, you know, spraying into a wall and then it's just going everywhere. Surely this strat is okay. Yeah, 7,000 hours in Lies of P. Yeah, definitely, dude. Surely. Surely I like that game enough to put that amount of time into it. Ooh. I should have Great Chaos Fire Orb for this. 7K in Skyrim, definitely not. No, in Skyrim, I probably have around 2,000 or so, I would guess. But again, I don't really know. Because I played it on Xbox for a while. Like whatever Xbox that was, 360 or something. What Xbox did that come out on? I don't know. 13,000 hours Minecraft? No, I don't have that. I've played a lot of Minecraft, though. That's probably the game that I had the most hours in before I started playing Souls. Was definitely Minecraft, I think. Very fun game. I still, like... Yeah, I mean, Minecraft's one of the best games, I think, that has ever been made. That being said, I have no idea how much I've played it, though. I don't know. Nice. A free aim practice. That's not the most disgusting nameless king kill you've seen? Without glitches? I mean, it is. So. Oh. Yeah, I played a lot of Warframe too. Warframe's really fun. But I didn't... I don't know, I don't have like 5,000 hours in that game or anything like that. Like, I'm sure lots of people have like 10K plus easily, but no, Warframe, yeah, Warframe's a fun game.
Farewell, Ashen One.
All right, the boulder is coming out soon. The boulder. Guess we have to go from here, huh? Yeah, Soulframe. I rated Luality the other day, who was playing the Soulframe like alpha or something like that. I couldn't stick around much to watch it, but I don't know. Realistically, I play the Souls games now, and I have very little time to play other games. So, Speedy, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, by the way, dude.
I'll give you the best nut
Also, Glass, thanks for the 16-month resub as well. Yeah, the boulder has conflicting feelings about fighting a little girl, little blind girl. Interested in doing Halo no damage? Maybe one day, dude. I played the Halo games a long time ago. I don't know. Are those runs actually fun, though? I've always been thinking that the end game of my streaming or challenge runs, whatever, you know, once I'm bored of the Souls games, finally, if that ever happens, I would just play any game that interests me, and I would do some sort of no hit or no damage runs in them. Hasn't happened yet, but maybe one day. Yeah, Halo could be on the list for that, possibly. These sections are a little bit more sketchy without hidden body, huh? A little scarier. What's my stance on hidden body? I love hidden body, dude. But, you know, at the same time, it's kind of fun to do some runs without it right now, since I, haven't played a lot of DS3 recently, right? And since I started writing for the God Run 3, which was about, what, 3 years ago, maybe? Or, no, I guess not quite that long, but anyways, like 2.5 years ago or something, I've been using hidden body for no hit in this game. This is the first run that I'm attempting since probably 2021 or 2020 that I'm not using hidden body. And it's because it's just because I want to stay more pure pyromancer and not use any other spell types. And so I don't really want to use hidden body because it's a sorcery. And it's one of the things that makes this more interesting when comparing the different spell schools in this game, right? Because, sorcerer might struggle on quite a few bosses, but having hidden body for no hit is so big that it actually it gives it an advantage over other schools of magic that it wouldn't have if I wasn't so strict on it, right? So like, it's kind of cool that sorcery has all those utility spells that it can use with spook and hidden body and pestilent mist to set up red tear stone, all that cool stuff that sorcery has. It kind of makes up for some of the harder bosses you get, like Deacon, Sage, and Medir, maybe, sort of. They're kind of like that. That was kind of close. I don't know why I'm fighting him from range. Oh, now I'm doing it because the other guy's a little close. Also had the wrong stuff in there. Boulder Heave Yorm? I don't, because dark damage is good against Yorm, but it would be interesting to see if Boulder Heave is good on him. But Black Flame just totally shreds up Yorm show, so I don't think we need Boulder Heave. Okay, let's see if I can get the cycles again like I did last time. Last time I got some insane cycles here. Yeah, see, I did do it again. We'll get one more. Yep. We didn't quite get the total stun lock kill. Yeah, Boulder Heave is the it has to be the strongest spell in the game on this boss. It's so disgusting, dude. Lone Lachira, thanks for the 6-month Prime sub. Thanks so much, dude. We're really about to do a one-hit run, and the hit was that missed free aim, huh? What's gonna happen here? It's crazy. It's a good sign, though. I mean, it basically means that I'm not that rusty. If I actually do manage to not get hit for the rest of this, but especially some of the older strats too, with the skull strats, right? Yeah, Soul's noob greeting for another hit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There's still lots of stuff left on this run that's a little concerning. So far, so good. Yeah, you know, like Midir with Boulder Heave it's good. As far as spells are concerned, it is pretty good, but not as good as Twin Blades or anything like that. So Midir's a little bit tricky, especially since I can't take the riposte. It's probably the main problem. Is we're really just going pure pyro, basically. Although, I do feel like it would be reasonable to take the riposte with Fist. I think that's reasonable, but I'm just not going to do it anyways. And yeah, Grave Tender's a little sketchy, I guess. Of this run a few years ago. Yeah, my route is almost surely different because I found some new strats for this. And yeah, it's most likely different. This is probably the only route that's like this at this point, I'm guessing. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's just... I routed this from scratch, basically, so... You know, the upgrade path is pretty unique as well. Most pyro, or any spell route for that matter, gets to a +9 before deacons. Pretty much anyone. This one, we get to +6, and we simply stay +6 for, like, up until Princes, basically. Which is pretty unusual. Finishing a Souls like any percent. Dude, that's an impossible run for me. Actually impossible. Holy shit, that was close, dude. Those are really close. Yeah, I'm gonna play some Night Rain tomorrow, yeah. For the first time in a while, actually. I haven't played Night Rain since the start of the month, I think. Yeah, I'm sure there's some new strats that people have found, skips and stuff, but... Yep, I'll play it tomorrow. I'm going to play with Potastic on... Wait, what's it? Today's Wednesday, so I'm going to play it on Friday. We're going to play some duo. And then we're actually going to play some... I think I mentioned this before, but we're going to play some DS3 Seamless Co-op at some point, I think. Now, I'm a little hesitant, though, because... Oops. We were thinking... Or she was thinking about doing Seamless Co-op for her first playthrough of DS3, which I'm a little hesitant on. Not because it won't be fun, but because I don't want to ruin the game. Or I don't want to, you know, like a first playthrough is only something you get once, right? You can only do one first playthrough. Oh, shit. I'm probably dead. Let's go cave. And then I think... Can I go here? I think so. That was just a bad skull throw. I think... Yeah, he doesn't breathe in here, right? Bit of a bad skull throw. Oh, good, though. Good save. Let's go on Charlie. Is it buggy? I've played it for a bit, and it seemed okay, but I didn't really get very far. No, but what I would do, though, if we actually did do that, and like I said, I'm a little hesitant, but if we actually did do that, I would not... like, I would not make the game easier. I don't think. I would probably end up making the game actually harder than it would be if she just didn't play with me, but we'll see, I guess. But yeah, that's the thing, though. It's just, you know, you only get one first playthrough of a game. So... And DS3 is a special one as well. So I'm not sure. Oh, that was a bit of a miss. I wonder if I'll still get the skip or not. Ah, wow, this was very poorly done. Why'd I do that? Horrible. If I do this properly, we should very easily be able to skip that rage combo, but I just... a couple whiffs. Like, a couple things like not getting souls if one person dies in a boss fight, stuff like that. Okay, I see. Yeah. I mean, honestly, those bugs are not... I'm just so happy to have seamless co-op in the other Souls games that those little bugs, it just doesn't really matter. I remember, like, since my first playthrough of Dark Souls 3 and trying co-op, that was kind of the first thing I thought of. It's like, dude, this co-op is so bad. I would love to just be able to, you know, do a whole playthrough with someone else. You know, kind of like split screen style, something like that. And then many, many years later, we're here and it exists. Pretty sick. No sleep. Thanks for the good luck, dude. Oh, we don't need Green Blossom, I guess. Wow, that opening damage is just crazy, dude. And the double hits do work on Midir sometimes. Not every time, though. If it consistently double hit him, then this would be just as good as melee weapons, basically. Oh boy. Oh fuck, dude, that was close. I saw the camera change perspective and it's like the wall's right behind and oh boy, he's doing this move. Close one. Very close one. Pyromancy looking a little earthy. Don't blame me. that they put a rock pyromancy in this game. Don't blame me, dude. Don't need this. Don't need a lot of this stuff, actually, for a while. I'll just... I mean, we only need Poison Mist for now. And I guess I'll go back. Go back and level before Gale. It's probably worth to get more stamina. Poison, Toxic Mist, also Pyro. Well, it's because it's not actually just fire spells in the Souls games. It's the I don't know. It's the magic of the swamp, basically, right? So that's why it's not just fire stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And so that's, you know, Boulder Heave, I guess, fits that somehow, and you know, Poison Mist, Toxic Mist. Rapport is somehow pyro, like, it's just how it is. Yeah, that was a good Midir. I should have been more aware of my positioning there in phase 2. Just got a little too close to the wall. Swamp magic or demon magic? I thought it was... It might be both. Actually. It might be both. I don't know the lore. But yeah, maybe the swamp people learned it from the demons or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think the chaos stuff is from the demons, right? And then maybe some of the other stuff is just swamp stuff. I don't know. Not a lore expert. No Toxic Mist. I just don't think it's worth getting it. And so, you know what? I guess I don't need to get Prisoner's Chain. I don't use Toxic Mist here. But yeah, the amount of time that it saves Toxic Mist on this fight is just not worth the extra pickup of it. Right? Because this fight takes an extra 6 or so minutes with Poison Mist and no Toxic Mist, but it takes about 6 or 7 minutes to go get Toxic Mist, and it's also riskier, right? So, I was thinking Toxic Mist was going to be a no-brainer on this run because I would use it on Gale, I would use it on, you know, maybe Frida, I was going to use it on, you know, I was thinking quite a few bosses I could potentially use it, but it turns out that we just don't need it. So. Favorite game of all time outside of Souls? Probably, I like the Elder Scrolls games a lot. So I like Morrowind and Oblivion and stuff. I like Minecraft, and it would probably be between those games, I think. Wait, the demons came from the swamp people? Really? I don't know. Sounds a little weird. Yeah, Minecraft Hitless. I've been wanting to do that run for a while, actually. I think it'd be pretty fun, man. It'd be quite a different type of run. I would do no damage in Minecraft, first of all, but it would be... You know, finding the Nether Fortress and all this stuff. I don't know, like the Ender... I don't know what you do on the Ender Dragon, because there are a couple cheeses for him. So I don't think it would be a super hard fight or anything, right? It's not like you're fighting Gale and you have to dodge attacks on on the Ender Dragon, but yeah, I should definitely do that. When am I getting back to Night Rain? I'll play Night Rain tomorrow, but honestly, at this point in time, unless something changes, I probably won't be playing much Night Rain. I'm pretty much done with the game. Yeah, I'll play for new updates. I'll play for the DLC, that stuff, but just the game mode at this point has gotten boring to me. So no more character, no death runs. Well, I'm not necessarily saying that. I think, you know, when I come back to the game, for updates and stuff, maybe it'd be fun to do that, but not for right now. Maybe I'll change my mind at some point. I'll want to play it, but... yeah, those ones were pretty fun, but it's kind of just... it's just 8 of the same thing in a row with just a different boss at the end. Yeah, this is like the King of Launch cheese speed. It's actually a little faster, but it feels similar. Night Room was fun for a week. No, I at least for me, it was fun for a month. And I do think part of that was the fact that I was in 2 tournaments for it. And so, you know, whenever there's a tournament or something, I'm much more encouraged, much more motivated to practice and do stuff like that. So yeah, that was nice. It was actually so much fun, dude. When I got early access to the game and we were preparing, or CBD Lua and I were preparing for that Night Hunt event, that was so much fun, dude. Trying to find strats and all this stuff. That was great. But yeah, just once you kind of figured out how to do things in that game, the randomization is not enough. And so it just becomes a little stale. Like Souls in Minecraft have to play Valheim. I don't really know anything about that game. How's Poison Mist Pyromancy? You don't ask me, dude. Just look. Look at the top. See right there? Pyromancy. Don't ask me. All of this is Pyromancy. That's simply all we're doing. The category of spells known as Pyromancy. That's what this run's about. What other games do I do competitively? I don't do any games competitively. I mean, I guess Souls maybe, but no, I don't really do that. Like Souls once in a while there'll be some tournament, but I don't know. I feel like just contemplating. Playing Dark Souls Arc Thrones when it has final release? Probably, yeah. I'll probably do that. No hit league soon? I have no idea. Not sure. I haven't played any God of War games, no. Played any shooter games? I used to play Overwatch a while ago. That's pretty much it in terms of, you know, online shooting games. I used to play Call of Duty a long time ago. Just, you know, a little bit, but I'm talking, like, I don't know, long time ago. Like some of the first Call of Duties I played. Yeah, I like competition and stuff, but when it comes to playing Souls games, definitely my favorite is doing maybe not exactly what we're doing at this particular moment in time, waiting for cheese to finish, but I like routing runs and doing them. So that's the thing I like the most, for sure. Yeah, every once in a while, if there's a bingo or a zero hit league or some sort of no hit tournament, it can be fun. But, you know, I didn't start streaming to do those types of runs, right? Or to do those types of events. I started streaming to do these types of runs that I'm doing right now. Yeah, BioShock games, well, I guess were, but also are great, I would say. Those are actually one of the few games that I've been able to just do a single playthrough of, and then that's it. And then I'm just done with the game. Doesn't mean it's bad. The fact that I actually finished it was something notable. I think we're basically only going to go Great Combustion here. But maybe, grab Boulder Heave. But probably level up too. Yeah, there aren't many games that I play where I just do a playthrough of the game, beat it, and then just stop. You know, after 20 hours or something like that. 30 hours. It's usually not how I play games, but Bioshock games were... It is what I did. I don't actually remember how long they took me, but...
Farewell, Ashen One.
Full of games for me to play incoming. No, it's just not... It's not gonna work, dude. I simply will not play them. I did already... Well, I didn't do Hitless Skyrim. I did Damageless Skyrim already. I also did Damageless Oblivion. The idea that I had was it would be really cool to eventually do all 5 Elder Scrolls, no damage in a row. Elder Scrolls God Run. Done 2 of the 5, but the problem is... Well, I haven't done Morrowind yet. But I haven't even completed Arena or Daggerfall. I haven't touched... I haven't played Arena. And Daggerfall, I've played just a little bit of, so... Wasn't a big fan of how that phase 2 went. That was kind of weird. I kind of was over-rotating him a little bit there. Maybe, you know what? I probably should bring in Great Chaos Fire Orb just for, like, right here. Okay, we need to get Seething Chaos now. This is actually going to be, like, if I don't get hit again for the rest of this, this probably will be one of the funniest one-hit runs I've ever had. if I don't get hit here. Just an unhinged hit that I took. But you know what? It is a very good sign, though, actually. Especially considering that this run so far has been quite scuffed. It's good to be able to no-hit runs when things go wrong as well, right? When you can recover it. It is useful. Okay, so Great Chaos Fire Orb, Seething Chaos, and Boulder. I think is correct. Yeah, I was thinking about falling down the elevator, yeah. Oh, you know what? Dude, I totally forgot to do the entire DLC 1 running section. Whoops. I'm supposed to do that on the Deacon split. Or maybe I should do it after the Deacon split or something, but we have the whole running section to go here. Whoops. I forgot about that. This is fine. Well, I got hit. So at the start of Cathedral, or right before the Cathedral main door, is my game crashing? No. There's that one guy who lights himself on fire and explodes at you, right? For some unknown reason, I was like, oh, I'm going to just hit him with a Great Chaos Fire Orb. I missed. Then he lit himself on fire and then ran into me, and I just didn't dodge in time. This is what happened. Yeah, definitely one of the funnier hits I've taken. Yeah, and the funny part about it is, it's not like, you know, I missed a free aim and then he hit me. It's like, oh, yeah, that, you know, you missed the free aim. That's why you got hit. There's absolutely zero reason to kill that guy. That was the crazy part about the hit, is because basically every time I just run by him. No, literally every time I run past him, and there's no reason to ever kill him. But I just, for some reason, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to kill him on this one. And then, nope. And then I died. So that's the weird part about that hit, is that, yeah, there's just absolutely zero reason to ever engage with that guy. Yeah, ending on ODK, but that, you know what? That's, people are surprised by that. That's very standard in Dark Souls 3. Because there's just, you know, for Pyro would be the one run actually where you would want to kill him early, maybe to get Vestiges. It's one of the best Pyros, but we don't actually use it. And Old Demon King, there's no reason to try to do him early and have a harder fight. So we go to him later, we just kill him before he can do anything, and that's it. So that's very standard. I think, at least I'm pretty sure at this point, all the all bosses speedruns end off on ODK. And yeah, a lot of no-hit runs do as well.
I've seen your kind.
I don't use Vestiges because its damage is lower than Great Chaos Fire Orb. And that's pretty much it. It has higher, like, so the way it works, Great Chaos Fire Orb has a lava pool that spawns on the projectile. I'm kind of concerned he can just swing at me here. But see, yeah, it has the lava pool. So the actual hit of the orb plus the lava pool is the highest damage of, or the highest damage between the two pyromancies, but if only the orb part hits, then Vestiges does more damage. The thing is, most of the time the lava pool hits, so there was one instance where I thought we could use Vestiges on this run to be better, which is on Frida Phase 2 on Ariandel, but it misses him constantly for some reason. So orb is still better, unfortunately. Well, it's not really unfortunate. I would have liked to use Vestiges, but yeah, just there's not really a use for it for PvE. For a no-hit run, I mean. It's a very good spell. If you're playing co-op or something, it's amazing. Also, if you're just killing enemies, like if I wanted to kill these guys, Vestiges would be great for that. But I just don't do that for no-hit, so. next Elden Ring? I'm not sure. There are still several runs in Elden Ring that I would like to do. Including some sort of low damage, no hit run.
Mishino honest.
Zafir, thanks so much for the 30-month resub. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, I'm excited to play some Convergence with the DLC stuff. There was a big patch for that. Is that soon or did it already happen? Anyways, yeah, quite a few runs in Elden Ring I'd still like to do. This is why I never get bored of these games, dude. I can always think of another run to do. Yeah, so by low damage, it's not actually going to be that low damage, probably. It's going to be some sort of all bosses run, I think. Because the thing is, if you're not doing all bosses, especially region locked, Elden Ring runs, their setup is terrible. And it's you know, makes doing low damage run, like if, let's say I want to do low, you know, level 1 plus 0, NG plus 7, just as an example, all Remembrance is no hit, or even all Great Runes plus the DLC, you know, main bosses or something. The setup for that run would just be absolutely enormous, and there's just so much running around. Whereas at least if I'm doing all bosses, I'm running to all these places that I have to go to anyways. Actually kill the boss. Ooh, scary, dude. And so, yeah, that's why I haven't really done... I did the, you know, the master run in Elden Ring or whatever, but honestly, that wasn't the most fun run ever at all. It was okay, but wasn't my favorite. Also, doesn't help that a lot of the bosses just are straight up unfair with low damage in that game. They just have some sort of garbage that you have to deal with that isn't really fun, such as Elden Stars, Fire Giant, Fire Breath, stuff like that. That does not make it more fun. Yeah, so doing low damage runs in the Souls games is much more appealing to me, even now. Even though I've played so much Elden Ring. Windthorpe, how's it going, dude? Okay, Grave Tender. So I think this is the right setup. I would love to get Great Combustion in this somehow, but I guess I could go like this instead. Yeah, well, I don't know about DS2 Master Run, but definitely DS2 level 1 plus 0 at least I'm going to do. Yeah, DS2 Master Run would be sick. I might have to adjust the rules a little bit. Some sort of run like that would be so good in DS2. All right, we'll start with fire. This actually is a really dangerous boss for this run, though. It's mostly because of the wolf part. Okay, so we got a skull, fire. I think I'm gonna... How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna run around this way. Ah. How did that not get him, dude? Nice. Alright, good stuff. Okay, so now we go like this. Beautiful. I don't really like fighting the wolf in here that much. Very clean. Yeah, that's such a nice strat, isn't it, dude? Yeah, it's really good. The seething chaos is the key. Because if you're not using it, it's very hard to get Grave Tender in the right position to start the Boulder Heave loop on him. Okay, so we go Boulder Heave and... Wait. Sacred Flame, Boulder Heave, and Great Chaos Fire Orb. Dude, are we really about to one-hit this with... Oh, that's crazy, though. Oh, man. Actually insane. if I get a one-hit. I was really hoping I wouldn't. Like, just so that there's not the meme of like, oh, man, that hit on the thing. But it is actually a good thing. Technically, right? It is actually a good thing, but it's just... You hate to see it still, though. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not a pushover fight. Although, like, maybe a little bit it is with Pyromancy relative to some other builds, but... I guess I should use the budding as well. Thoughts on Dustbloods? I don't really know much about it at this point, so I don't know. I think I'm only going to do 3 Boulder Heaves here. Just to play it kind of safe. Maybe I could do this after. Oh, dude, I really thought that time. I really thought I landed that. I don't know if you can. I've never seen it. Doing 2 casts in a row here is probably a little dangerous. At least when I don't know what she's doing. Oh my god. Fuck, that scared me. It shouldn't scare me. I'm not at 0 hits, but... Still would like to finish with 1 hit, ideally. Okay, so this phase, I decided to not go with the sprint here. I think it's better to just jog, and then if she gets out, then she gets out. If we get lucky, though, then we should get the whole Sunlock. Except I nearly messed up. Yeah, that was way too slow. It was a good attack, though. Okay, well. This is one of the... Yeah, like I said, it's kind of one of the... not as nice one-hit runs I've ever had. But... dang, dude. That's crazy, actually. That's actually insane. Anyways, we should be good to get it next attempt, assuming we make it out of the early game or whatever. I'll show you guys the hit after. Yeah, and in the run, like, when we actually get it, it'll be much cleaner than this. But yeah, one hit PB, I guess. All right, I'll go back and check out the hit for people who missed it, I guess. Yeah, not my finest moment. Here's the hit. So this is entering Cathedral. This is a guy that I just run past on every run I've done. But for some reason, I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to free him because I can. I miss. And then he hit me. Oh. And I have no, like, you just run past him, dude. Every time. I just decided not to for whatever reason. So, yeah, that was literally the only hit I took on that run, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll have to, I guess, next stream. Surely next stream we get it, but yeah, dude. And you know what? Maybe I should do the. No, I don't know. This is fine. But I was thinking maybe I should do the DLC running section after deacons are killed, or something. Yeah, I don't know what in my karma for trying to hit him. Yeah, I don't know why I just decided to kill him. I really can't explain it, dude. To be fair, probably 99% of the time there, I do that and I hit him and he dies, right? And it's not a big deal. And so I wouldn't even think about it, but I guess this time it got me somehow, so. Well, yeah, we'll have to get the run next stream. How far in the run? It's about an hour in. So, yeah, but I wanted to do, this is the first run. I wanted to do a no reset, make sure the route was good. It was kind of scuffed. So there's some other things that I'll have to change, but yeah, overall though, I can't be too upset with how that went. It was pretty clean once we got past Deacons, right? Pontiff was good, Aldrich, like everything was very clean after that point, so. Yeah, the Pyro route's very, very good. If any of you wanted to try all bosses no hit in this game, and you wanted the best route, you should probably do Pyromancy, but with hidden body, is what I would recommend. Basically this similar route to this, but using hidden body as well, and that is probably the best route you can do, I think. But anyways, yeah, I'm tired, you guys. I gotta go to sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, next stream I'll probably play some Night Rain. Maybe we can get the run first. That'd be kind of nice, right? So yeah, I gotta run. Have a good night, you guys. I'll see you all next stream, and surely we got the run, dude.